Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 5-Hour Show. Raymond here. Let's get started. So as you can see here, today we're going to take a look at the Japanese TV magazine exclusives for the 2023 Transformer Clear Red Optimus Prime and the 2025 Silver Tank Megatron. So I just wanted to make this video so that we can compare the toys themselves. There's one missing though, I'll be honest, and that is the 2024 translucent clear yellow Bumblebee. However, right from the start, I will tell you why I didn't pick that one up. And the simple reason is the scale. It's a Bumblebee that's the same size as these two. And when you put it next to these two, it is just way out of scale. Way out of scale. Bumblebee should be no larger than Optimus Prime's foot, if not smaller. So if you had a, let's say, world's smallest Bumblebee, now you've got scale. Now it looks decent. You know, that's the thing. They should have made more than one toy and made smaller versions, you know. But I am hoping that next year, 2026, October 2026, the next toy they make, I am hoping that they make a Soundwave and not another Starscream. You know what I mean? So, anyway, those are the reasons why I don't have, and I chose not to buy the 2024 translucent clear Bumblebee. But again, I digress. So today we're focusing on these two. Why? Because they are eternal enemies, combatants of planet Cybertron. Now, right off the back, of course, one of the things that I don't like, and as you can see closely, is Optimus Prime has like a pea head. He's just tiny little head. Either his head is too tiny or Megatron's head is too big. But somebody is wrong here, you know? That's one of the beefs that I have with it, this set. So either his head should have been bigger or this guy's head should have been smaller. I don't know. It kind of throws me out of whack, you know what I mean? 2, Optimus Prime did not have an Autobot insignia on his shoulder. Either of them. Should have had on both. He does not. That kind of throws me out too. So the fact he's got a small head and no insignia on either, oh well. However, the Megatron does have an insignia, very small one, but it's okay. It's right on the center, and it does look good. But again, it throws me out of whack because he has the insignia. This one looks terrible. Or not terrible, but just, it's, you know, yeah, Raymond, you could put some stickers. Yeah, of course, I could. But the tempo would have been nicer. 2 little Autobot, white outline Autobot tempos would have been perfect, you know. Now, the posability of both of these figures, great. I know these are both modern toys. And, of course, these were not released in the US or any other country that I know of because these versions were only released here in Tokyo, Japan. These are exclusive versions. Why? That's something they've been doing for a long time. TV Magazine is a magazine for kids. So, of course, you get a freebie when you buy that magazine. And I've shown you the magazine, or the Fanbook, or the TV Magazine, whatever, for the Megatron, for the Optimus Prime. Check the older videos, you'll see them. Now, again, as I mentioned, the posability of the toys is just really great. The fact that they have a weapon is really great. I liked it. The only thing is, of course, the price of the toys went up. Most recently with Megatron himself costing about 2,000 yen, 2,200 yen, or maybe it was 2,000. But I was okay with it because I'd been waiting for it. And of course, I could say I have a complete set, even though I don't have the translucent yellow Bumblebee, which does not hurt me or faze me at all. Yeah, I should have gotten it for you guys, but honestly, I just didn't want it. Now, one of the things that I did like about the Megatron, of course, the name is kind of weird. It's Black Tank or gray Silver Tank Megatron, but it's almost all black, so it's a very strange name. But one of the things that I did fail to mention in the Megatron review that I did just a month or two ago was the fact that I didn't notice this in the beginning. His weapon is actually a Walther P-38. Did not notice that. I don't know why. I just didn't notice it. I just thought it was a generic gun. But no, this weapon is his old alternate form. So I thought that was pretty cool that they made his weapon into the Walther P-38. Unfortunately, it does not have the stock, but it does have the little scope you can see there. So that's pretty cool. And it does look kind of strange when it's in tank mode. The fact that it just fits in there is kind of strange itself. So it's, you know, it's kind of weird like that. But when you have it as the accessory so that you can just put it as the rear barrel, it does make Megatron look a little bit more like Megatron. Now, the thing that throws it off is, of course, these sections here, which are part of the tank mode. Of course, they didn't make this toy into the Walther P-38 that they should have, but at least they gave you a little reminder of what his alternate form used to be, what it was at one time. And that is probably the most famous alternate form of Megatron. It was a really cool toy. I loved it. When I was a kid, I loved Transformers so much. It was, man, I could not get enough of it. Yes, when the movie came out, I was excited, not because Optimus Prime died, not because Megatron was reformatted into Galvatron, but because it meant that we can go forward with the Transformers lore. That I enjoyed. I enjoyed watching season 3. Of course, the quality went downhill, but I enjoyed season 3 because it was different. In the season 1, Transformers come to Earth. Season 2, Transformers on Earth, new characters. Sometimes Transformers go to space or back to Cybertron. Season 3, hey, we're in the big universe now. And the story barely took place on Earth at all anymore. And so they were exploring different places. Of course, the short-lived season 4, which was just the simple, mere 3 episodes of the Headmasters, took us a little further away. I still enjoyed it, but I thought there was a lot that they missed out on, and there was a lot they could have done, and they didn't, you know. However, I digress. These two toys are pretty cool. I did, when this one came out, I was very excited. I thought, hey, that's a really, really cool translucent red toy of Optimus Prime. His quality, the look, and the design, the feel, all those little tiny little crevices and specks of just, you know, details, small insignificant details that actually make the toy look really good. However, on the Megatron, the details, there are details, of course. You can mostly tell that he's a tank when you're looking at the back. The front kind of looks like the old show character. He does have detail, just not as much as the Prime does. But nevertheless, it does look good. However, when you look at the back, it does look a little strange. Now, when it comes to the Optimus Prime, and you look at the back, wow, there's no big gaping hole like the G1 toy. I love the G1 Prime. You guys know this. But this one actually looks decent. You know, it's covered up on the back. So it does look pretty good. There's the inside. You know, if you only had a tiny little matrix to put in there. And of course you can see the top. There you go. So anyway, this toy set, the 2023 translucent red Optimus Prime from the Transformers Fanbook in Japan, and the 2025 version of Megatron. With its small few inconsistencies, I still enjoy these toys. They do look really good as a set. And like I said, if they come out with a Starscream, that's fine. I'll pick it up, especially if it's at, you know, the right scale. And if they come out with a Soundwave. However, it seems that it's always Bumblebee, Prime, Megatron, and Starscream. And that is kind of, how shall we say, tiring. So I do hope they come out with a Soundwave. I hope they come out with a Jazz or something else. But, of course, because these toys are based on previous molds that have already been released, I honestly don't know what's going to come out. My guess is another Autobot. However, which one is beyond me. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what line these two are from. But I do enjoy them. I'm happy I picked them up, and I'm happy I have two sets. That's it for today's video on the comparisons between these two Fanbook Transformers exclusives from Tokyo, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. It'll help us out. It'll help us grow. Share, like, comment. Let us know what you think. And with that, I say God bless you in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I will gladly see you guys on the next episode of Take care, guys. See you.